Which diet is the best diet? I'm going to answer that question. Okay, so you know that there's a number of diets that have been put up on the internet or in magazines, such as the vegan diet, the protein only diet, or keto diet, 5-2 diet, Atkins diet, or zero carb diet, or whatever other diets are out there, juicing diet, for example. I'm going to answer which one is going to be the right diet that to follow. And that answer is it depends on two factors: your body type and what your goals are for you in terms of your fitness. So, if you're trying to lose weight, generally you want to go into a caloric deficit or reducing your food portions than what you normally consume. Um, and that is tends to be the best way, or not the best way, but the more effective way of reducing your weight and your body fat. However, just because you are reducing your consumption of certain foods does not mean that you can just eat just anything. I'd say just consider also putting more um, whole food vegetables, fresh fruit, nuts if you're not allergic, of course, in your diet while you're in this caloric deficit. Um, Definitely reduce alcohol consumption if you're trying to reduce weight or cut down body fat. I always found that that's a really effective way to do so, and cutting down on um, processed sugar products as well. If you are trying to gain weight, then simply do the reverse. So eat more food, but make sure it's good quality food. So still eating more whole foods, not all the time, but a bit more whole foods, a bit more carbohydrates in your diet. Yeah, not just increase of protein, but increase of carbohydrates as well if you're trying to gain muscle mass. And also drinking more water as well. Well, you should be drinking more water if you are trying to trim down as well. That will also help. And if you're wanting more energy in your from your diet as well, um, one things that I found helped was cutting back into more whole grain foods. Not completely, but more wholesome foods. Not whole grain, sorry. Um, like such as nuts, more vegetables. I did have some lean meats as well while I stayed up in Arkansas for 2 weeks. That seemed to have helped trim me down, and also I did have a bit more energy as well. And also, as well as increasing your carbohydrate intake, increasing your protein intake. So examples of carbohydrate, sorry, rice, pasta, um, preferably whole grain. But if you go with the other one, which is like the white flour products, then it's not the end of the world. But try and go more whole grain if you can. Um, and for in terms of protein, like anything with like spirulina, you can still go plant based. Nuts if you're not allergic, or chia seeds, or going with more chicken or lean meats, or even pork or any sort of red meat as well. Um, However, one of the best answers I could find for whatever diet works for you. So if you're on, say, a 5-2 diet, as I've known a few people that are on a 5-2 diet and have found that does work for trimming them down, you're going to have to do trial and error. You are going to have to go through a few diets that work for you. So say, for example, if you decide to go on a plant-based diet, then try it out for a week or 2 weeks and see how that works with you. If you're finding it's working for whatever fitness objectives that you're going for, then keep going with that. Um, if you're finding that you're increasing your protein intake, so increasing more meats but decreasing the amount of carbohydrates in the diet to trim down, and you find that works, keep going with that. One thing to note: not all diets will work all the time just because they work at the start. So say if it works at the start, so say for the first month and it's been really effective, you may find, just like with training, you will find that you are going into a plateau. Sorry, I'm moving my camera. And you will find that whatever gains or weight loss you've experienced over that month may start to reduce. Doesn't mean you won't lose weight, but it will slow down. So you may have to change things up with your diet or your training or both. I'd say the best thing to do is trial and error. I know there are lots of people out there that will say, yeah, try this diet. It is the best thing ever. You know, but if you're trying it and it's not working for you, move on to another diet. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you're thinking, no, this is nowhere near effective, then just put it away. Yeah, dump that diet off. You know, like a bad odor, and then switch to another diet that will work more effectively. You know, it's a sad fact. Well, I say a sad fact of life. You know, it's something that you got to discover for yourself. What diet works for you. If you like this channel, please subscribe. And I've also got a few affiliate links down below as well. And so please check them out.